your right, in your left, in your right. Yeah, you come a girl, and rolling my head, and I don't even do that stuff. I stopped that a long time ago, right? Didn't y'all think it was gonna be real ghetto? Tell the truth. And then she come back. Okay, so tell the truth, right? Because it's ghetto, right? So we have to fight, and we can't stereotype other people at the same time. Because guess what? I gotta always step into these places to let people know who I am. Okay, so I don't get boxed in the world of all this other stuff that come with that. Because that changed a long time ago. So we have to be careful who we box in spaces and places as well. You get what I'm saying? Not just assume when they come to us that they just are there. There's a whole lot to all of us, to different people, and it's up to us to find that and be able to unlock their potential, not just put them in a box, okay? And don't just box them in that one space that you think they belong. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't feel me? That makes sense? All right, but you guys are doing great, and we're gonna go through this work of importance of what. Let me give a shout out to the brothers that's up in here. Give a shout out to the brothers that's making us in the circle. Good job, fellas. Thank you so much. Y'all ready for women to get up, huh? Y'all ready for women to grow up, huh? The men. Ain't y'all ready for women to stop showing their tail and up there twerking, and every time you open up the scene, you're looking at something foolish that don't give nobody nothing? Are you guys tired of that? Yeah? Tell the truth, I know I just pounds on this. They can't stand me. I fight people on their comments and all kind of stuff. And I go in with my own brand. They be like, oh shit, y'all in people's business. I'm like, I sure do. This looks bad. Put some clothes on. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Hit that, the button. To the right. There you go. All right, y'all got my brief story already? The importance of women in systemic work. This is important. Brothers, y'all supporting the women. That is beautiful. We need your support. Okay? I'm a woman empowerment, but I believe in the man with the empowerment. I have a husband. 16 years. And I don't want to be alone. Ever. I don't want to pay all my bills by myself. I don't want to sleep in the bed alone when it's raining and it's thundering and lightning. If they come and kill us, I don't want to be by myself. Okay? So we applaud our brothers too, and I am for the women, but I have balance. Overview the keynote message, and it's very selfish, but it's good balance, okay? So we need y'all brothers. Y'all stick around us. Thank you. Smart enough to do it. Let's go to the next. All right. So this is what we do when we are. When we're understanding and addressing the roles of women, with you and all those men as well that serve, what you're doing is you're representing equity and representation. So basically you're giving them a chance, because we actually are in the workforce, healthcare, education, and you're giving them diverse experiences, different perspectives. This is what you're supposed to be giving them, okay? Advocacy and change. Women often serve as advocates for vulnerable populations with systemic issues. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing that. Move on. I'm just going to brief it, okay? And if anybody wants this PowerPoint, I'm happy to send it out later, okay? So you're also giving them empowerment through the visibility. You're bringing attention to the unique challenges that women face in their achievements and overcoming their barriers. So when you're doing this work, this is what you're providing for these women. You're giving this opportunity to them. You're giving them empowerment through visibility, giving them a space to talk. You're also showcasing that women are important in a space of systemic work. The collective action for systemic reform, you're constructing a dialogue around women in this work. It encourages collective action and collaboration. It helps create networks and support teams. And that's very, very important when we're doing this work. Next, thank you. So our goal today is, finally our collective goal today is to not only highlight the challenges faced, but to inspire all of us to take action and advocate for change and support one another in our journeys through the systemic, when we're doing this systemic work. All right, y'all like that? Do you guys feel like you're changing lives when you guys are in the systemic work? Every day when somebody come to you that you can make them smile? My grandfather told me a story one day. He said, guess what? When you feel bad, you feel down and out, and you feel discouraged, go help somebody out and see how that feels. It was a time in my life I was really, really feeling horrible about life because I quit the music industry, because I told you I got sick of not evolving, and I knew I was so much more than just music, okay? And everybody I looked at said, oh, just rap. You're a rapper. I'm like, but I'm not. I got kids at home. I'm cooking and cleaning every day. I got a husband. I'm not just a rapper. I'm scared to just be a rapper. Y'all might throw me under the bus any day, and I won't be able to eat or feed my kids. And I didn't want to just be a rapper. So my grandfather, he said very clearly, just help somebody else. And that's what helped me, because when you step away from a system, there's challenges. When you stand in the gap for a system, there's fights, there's adversity, right? When you stand in front of, basically, you're really breaking a curse. You are releasing, freeing someone. You know, you are in a space where you're actually creating their legacy with them. And without you, there's so many people that gave up on them. There's so many people. I found out that a lot of these people are in jail when we talk about the jail system, and half of them weren't even guilty. But they had to plead guilty because they didn't have no money to pay for a lawyer. And then they put you in a position to be able to have to take it, and you got to take that risk. Don't take this, because if you take this, they'll be a little lenient on you, and they might let you go, and now you didn't plead guilty and you in jail anyway. The lawyers are not even on their side. So it's really good for you guys, and when I talked about visibility and networks, for us to have resources that help them with these type of circumstances when people come to you, because you end up leaving them in a position where they're basically open if you don't. So it's up to us to keep them in a space of network, of purpose, of places that got different types of resources that can assist. So when we're talking about system, the examples of systemic impact work is criminal justice, right? Foster care, healthcare systems, and educational systems. So even the educational systems, where there's, in some cases, we don't even have the equity, we're not even fairly assessed or treated, because we end up with these loans and these heavy, debts later on, and put in different positions to have to take it in order for you to quit. Sometimes you're even in a situation where people are redirecting you. People are redirecting people to get the wrong credential. I've seen people that went to school for 4 years thinking they're getting a psychologist degree to be a psychologist. And they were only working on a psychology degree. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And I had like people that literally thought they were going to be a psychologist. And I'm like, no, this is not the same degree. So let's go see a counselor or somebody that can get you to write. You know what I'm talking about? And they literally would waste years. So when we're in this situation, we're in a place where we can give them that equal opportunity. So even in education, it's very important. All right, so next, statistics and demographics. Let's go to that. Okay, again, the people who are affected. Is everybody familiar with who's all affected? It's all up here. There's different people. Women are disproportionately represented in foster care system. In criminal justice, women of color, particularly Black and Latino women, are overrepresented in arrest statistics in incarceration rates, meaning that there's more, right? We already got that as statistics. Black and brown are the most in jail right now as women. Research shows that women are 2 to 3 times more likely than men to struggle with access to quality health care, and we need our health care. So again, particularly in low-income communities. So what do we have to do? We got to help people make money, right? We got to teach them how to complete this. We got to hold their hand to complete whatever credential that they're working on, and help them find different places that is a challenge for them. Like, you got to pretty much wrap around, right? Wraparound services, basically. Even if you're not a wraparound, you got to figure out a wraparound, because that's what you're doing. You're wrapping around them, trying to hold them. And they need to be helped, because every day when they outside, when we outside, even me, sometimes I be on social media for a whole hour, just being nosy, going to people's comments to see what people say. I got to get to these comments real quick. Let me see what they said about that, And you could just be stuck there, but because you do too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need somebody to pull me, Grandma, get off that computer. My granddaughter get me off sometime. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot the stove or something. But the point is that we gotta hold their hand, because they need it. Because people are there, the darkness is coming to just grab them and say, come with me, stay in this system so you can keep help paying the bills and work the system out so that all the agendas is continuing to be accomplished. So we have to, you know what I mean? So again, a lot of times people are in marginalized communities, and some people are not. Some people are not even in marginalized community, okay, getting served, literally. They're not even in those communities. There's people that have jobs that are still at risk, that are still in systems, but they're scared to walk away from the system because they get a paycheck. But there's a lot of other things and problems that they have too. So if you run across them, don't just not feel sorry for them. Try to give us a little slack, because there's elements that you can still support them with. And I'm sure there's many of you that have supported these women, right? Right? So good job. All right, good job. Any questions? I'm going to move fast. So, where we at? Let's go. Let's keep going. You guys already know this. You already know the different things. A lot of workplace harassment people deal with. So you got to be prepared with lawyers and people like that. And a whole lot of other things that happen. It could be as simple as, like I said, we already talked about money. It could be, once again, keep going, the gender bias. So, people, women of color, there's very much so biasness all in every industry. And, we have to be careful. And a lot of times we can contribute to messing things up for women, believe it or not, by continuing to support men only. There's some women that don't even support women. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but she should have said my name first. I'm in here. Ford ain't up in here. I gotta deal with that all the time. I'm like, I'm the one that washed dishes and cooked and cleaned, and I took care of grandkids and kids, and Ford ain't got no kids. I want my props. You're supposed to look at me as another woman. They're saying this woman is going through what I'm going through. She have to do the same thing I do. I've been divorced and beat up and abused, and and you have to be, I've been loved too, but the point is we have to support other women too. And when we keep pushing this misogynist music, and that's why it's still playing, because we keep supporting that music. Okay, so when they're telling your child, your girl, to go out and shake her behind, or call them bees and whores and all the things because we keep letting it, we keep playing it. We keep, so we got to be careful about the role that we play in helping be misogynist and helping the women have a harder time, okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. All right, keep on going. Okay, so let's talk about building a support network. Basically, mentorship and support networks are very important, as you guys know. So anybody that you can get them to that's a mentor, make sure they're a good mentor, okay? All right, if you know they smoke weed already, and you're trying to get them to stop smoking weed so they can get a job, don't introduce them to somebody else that smoke weed. Okay? That makes sense? And let them know, hey, I can't get you with this because y'all all going to be over here without a job and get me fired too. So go back. Go back, please. So you got to get the right mentor. Go back. The mentor part. Go up. Go back. Oh, wait. There we go, thank you. You got to foster confidence in them. Make sure they stay confident. No matter what, right? You're doing that already, which is good. Create safe spaces for sharing. So anytime you can do a group and bring the same kind of people together like this event right here, you want to always do that as much as possible. Support groups are very, very powerful. I have a SOS support group called Save Our Sisters. That's why you see this SOS. And it's for all women who have been systemically impacted or traumatically impacted. So people can just come and enjoy a space, a safe place that they can share. And those always work really well for people, okay? So you want to expand as many opportunities with job referrals, with access to valuable resources, and again, as much as you can give them to wrap around them, to support, to find that out, to give them confidence, to let them know that you got their back and not judging them is very important. Do all you guys do that already? All right, next. Thank you. Everybody say thank you, Levon. Thank you. You got it, just keep going. All right, so keep going. So different ways to leverage, social media. Let me get into that. Social media, all you got to do with social media is just put up positive stuff, right? And that's how you run the bad people away. I'm just playing. So you find different unique ways to use social media to get with them, to connect with them. You find other ways. There's so many ways. And the goal is you want to find ways to keep networking with them so you don't lose them. Because they're easy to lose, right? We have a program called Money Moves. So I already know I have to literally bribe them with a stipend. so they can come back, right? And I don't give them the whole thing at the end. So you got to find creative ways to keep them going when you know what gets them, and to keep them going until they get past that hump, Sometimes they just need that push over the hump. That makes sense? Yeah? Okay, good. So we got places that are examples, but in a perfect world, we would like to see equity, access to funding for,
I'm so sorry. Gosh. I'm so sorry.
Equitable access to funding. So we want to find that. We would like to see it. I'm sure there's plenty that we may not even know about, but I know there's a lot of money for people in reentry and different systems. So inclusive hiring practices, we would like to see employers be good and reasonable and fair to them, not just offering them $17 an hour. Y'all already know it's going to take at least $30 an hour, right? And that's a joke, to be honest with you. It's going to take about a $60,000 income just to survive here, okay? And that's a joke, to be honest with you. So you know that with people, you need to make sure that these people are gonna find good jobs, period. Go make relationships with employers, go make relationships with people in different industries. Make sure you understand the sectors. Don't just stop in one place. We know that cybersecurity, we know that the PG&E office, we know that the BART trains. Find out where them $100,000 salaries is. And go talk to them employers and fight for them. I go walk in and fight for them. Give them a chance. Let them know, hey, y'all need to share. I'm gonna get them ready for y'all. You know what I mean? And make sure they're good. And then I'm gonna bring them to y'all. And I'll hold on to them. Make sure they do the right thing. But give them a chance. So those relationships are very, very powerful. Okay, so let's go to, so that's it. So I just wanted to share. We said child care support. We want to find child care for them because most of these people got kids, right? Most of y'all clients got kids. So you want to make relationships with places like Bananas and different places that got good child care. You want to make relationships that they can have where they don't have to sometimes wait for the paperwork to go through. So they don't get, out of school. And I ain't trying to be funny, but honey, I used to make daycare for I used to work for this organization. I was getting young adults work. Honey, I created a little daycare right in the office. I was like, don't leave them here while y'all go to work so y'all don't lose this job. Okay? I got to do everything I wanted to do up in that office because I was making it happen. You know what I mean? Whatever you gotta do. My mother was a foster mother, so I love foster youth. And I understand what they need, and you guys already know that they're gonna need child care and things happen and they can quickly lose their jobs. So find ways to help them and hopefully you guys have a daycare here that you guys can support them with. If not, maybe y'all can come together and create something for them. How about that? That make sense? Would that be helpful to y'all clients? All right, so we're gonna close this out with a bang. I have a song. Go to the video. I'm gonna show the video this time. That's okay. I was gonna play the song, but y'all don't need to see me. Y'all need to see the song. Y'all right? Okay, y'all having a good time? Are you guys being encouraged? You sure? All right, y'all learning something? Y'all feel good? All right, y'all make sure y'all visit my booth. My booth is over here. I got a book called Boss Steps. Remember, the closing point to this is always take care of yourself in the middle of it all. Because a lot of times we put a lot of time into other people and we forget about ourselves. Make sure you get up and stretch, you drink water, you learn the right things to eat, you take the time to make sure you're okay. Because if you're not okay, then that doesn't mean that you won't be around for them to be okay. So we need you to be around too. That means you have to pick your battles, right? Every battle is not to be fought. You gotta have boundaries. And you gotta learn how to give them responsibilities and to take accountability too when they mess up. So I say that to say, this is a great closing point because we forget sometimes people that take care of other people, we forget to take care of ourselves. And taking care of ourselves is every single thing. There's people falling out with heart attacks. There's people falling out daily with high blood pressure and diabetes and different situations and stress. And stress helps it. So make sure you find a safe place and keep a safe crowd if you're not already. And whoever that did separate from the crowds that ain't healthy for you, be happy. Because I don't have a problem with not going everywhere everybody else goes. If we ain't on the same page, I ain't got to be seen at every concert. You know what I mean? I ain't got to be backstage because such and such here in town. I got to save my energy. You know what I mean? Because you got your own family, right? You got your own kids. You got your own man or woman, right? You got your own environment too you gotta take care of. Then you come here and take care of them. And then you might want to go stop on the street corner sometime and go pull people out. I be wanting to put them in my car. But let me just take you down to this shelter. I'm like, no, girl, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're liable to save everybody. So you still gotta do it with balance and care to take care of yourself, okay? So we're gonna close this out with a song that I just created, and it is a celebration of the women today. Give yourself a hand clap. See, I'm a soul sister. I got soul. 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 Now the Soul Brothers is coming later, but this ain't y'all night right now, okay? All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all get up out your feet and have a little fun. And when I say I'm a soul sister, you stake your claim. Can we turn this up?
I know you don't want that.
All the way up.
So shout out Suga T. She came through today, did a wonderful keynote for us, a women's empowerment event. She definitely highlighted a lot of insight about like community building and the fact that we have to come together. We got to share resources. That's the only way to go up. So she definitely got the room ignited. And I'm sure we're all excited now to go out and continue to support each other because women don't always do that. So I hope that the sisterhood understood that we got to come together and just keep uplifting each other.
But you're here. So that means that you actually care about helping the younger women, the older women, and all the women. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's generational. Everybody got to reach back and make sure, we go through life. We have our own experiences and, making sure that the generation behind us is encouraged to continue the movement forward because that's the only way to go.
That's real talk. What's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia.
Garcia. If we're going with some Instagram plug, it's Lene.
Well, you got to plug that restaurant you was plugging earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that. Right. I was like, what was it again? What was it?
You got to check out Willows and Pine on the corner of Fruitvale and MacArthur. My cousin, Chef Michene, she's been cooking for me my whole life, and she's got a business, and it's delicious. I got wonderful feedback. I told her, I said, everybody loved that food, so she's happy. She's pleased.
She has Instagram?
Yes, Willows and Pine on Instagram. And also, like if you check out her website, it's also willowsandpine.com.
That's real talk. Thank you. Hey man, tell us about the women movement, man.
So the women movement is very powerful, and I stand behind it. If it wasn't for women, I wouldn't be alive right now. And women have supported me on so many different levels in life. So I'm giving all props to the women, God first, women, and us men. We can hold it down.
So tell me this: what did you take away from the with Suga T, her testimony, what she said today?
I took away tonight. I took away about the hip hop culture.
Right.
It's not
hip hop system.
Right now.
Hip hop system.
Right. System. It's not thriving right now. We doing what white supremacy designed us to do and destroy each other.
That's real.
And she gave us information to help us, elevate instead of staying stagnated in our communities and not going further. So, shout out to Suga T, Peace to you, Queen, Dr. Tiana.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, man.
Let me know when it's over.
Tell us about the movement, man, the women's movement.
We ready?
Yeah.
Gangsta Diva of Comedy coming to you today for the women empowerment. Suga T, shut it down, baby, with the inspiring PowerPoints, and the food was good, and it was a great environment because you're my sister's soul. You're my sister's soul. Your diggery's mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you done worked harder more than anybody.
Oh, I don't know about all that. I was running around a lot.
Yeah, you was running around.
We all work hard. All of us.
hard.
That's when you're in this business. You don't get it. You don't get in it to sit around and be lazy and rake in the money.
Man, that's real
You
talk.
get underpaid and overworked.
Man,
that's our job.
That's real.
It's
That's
rewarding.
for the love of it.
For the love of it.
That's real talk.
When you love the work, it doesn't feel like work.
That's real talk.
I just come to enjoy myself.
That's real. You know I gotta do a little video. All right, y'all. All right, man. Hey, I know it's a woman event, but how'd you enjoy the event?
I mean, anything to support our sisters, bro, it's always a pleasure. Especially as a man who benefits from the effortless and tired work that they put in for us, bro. You know what I mean?
That's real talk. Hey, did Suga T, did she inspire you?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I won't even sit here in front like I didn't only know Suga T from that song.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I know Dr. T because extremely educated, and extremely well spoken and for the people.
That's real talk, man.
Absolutely, and I think that people would be remiss to not allow her to come and speak or give her an opportunity to try to educate our communities because that's the type of stuff that we need to hear.
We need that.
We need absolutely.
We need
brother.
that.
We got so many women running around here showing our young sisters and our daughters and you know what I mean how to do things that are less than desirable for themselves to get them into jams, but you don't have too many sisters who are running around here giving them empowerment, teaching them the real way and educating them on the systems that oppress us, and how to get up out of that.
That's real talk, man. What's your name, man?
My name's Kareem, brother. I'm the outreach coordinator for Project Rebound here at Cal State East Bay.
All right.
So,
Thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Good everybody. How you feel about the event, man?
Great.
It was great.
Empowering women, making them up.
That's what's up, man.
Right. The
That's
speeches
what's
were
up.
good. The songs.
The songs? Yeah.
Everything, the food was good.
Food was good. Did Suga T, did she inspire you?
Very much.
Yeah, she inspired me too. I mean, I've been coming to her events for a long time now, man.
You're a native?
Yeah. I'm local. Yeah.
I'm not from here. I'm from Alabama.
Huh?
I'm from Alabama.
Are you from Alabama? Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, man. She was doing her thing, man. She did 2 songs. You know what I'm saying? What's your name? Huh? Junima. Junima? That's what's up. That's look at her. Okay.
There we go.
Let me see.
Tell them what you gonna be one day.
What you gonna be? What you gonna be?
Superstar.
You gonna be well, you starting right here.
There we go.
You put it on today already.
About a time.
You did 2 songs today. You know what I'm saying? So how'd you enjoy the event?
It was great.
It was great?
Yeah.
That's great, man. That's good. Shoot your Instagram out. What's your Instagram?
Judy My Music.
Judy My Music. That's good, man. That's what's up.
It's right there on the card too.
Movement, man. It's your first time. What's your name, man?
Oh, my name is Chris. It's not my first movement, but
How'd you enjoy the women's movement today?
oh, women's. I was actually just following Cookie.
Well, you're in good shape. You're definitely in good shape. You know what I mean? I look good.